What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Uh, I always dreamed about Mercedes in a new whip. Got nothing to prove, bitch. You don't wanna fuck with me. I ain't got nothing to prove here. Uh, no. Look, said I'm a beast. I'm a me. Hey. What up, what up, what up? Alright. So I titled it The State of Hip Hop. Kind of just want to just talk about the state of hip hop. Well, started out PG, and then now it's literally turned into shit, for that matter. Um, I mean, you gotta think we went from Elvis, and Elvis was controversial because he shook his hips in a certain way. Um, what's up, Billy? And now, I mean, the hip thrusting ain't nothing. Now we openly talk about being addicts. Is it too loud? Is the volume too loud? Do I look stupid with it in front of my face? Just trying to like figure this out right now. But okay, I think that means it's good. But now yeah, I mean we openly they openly talk about uh well, first it was selling drugs and I'm this and I'm that, gangster this, gangster that, and then now we're glorifying drug addicts. We're glorifying drug addicts. Not all of us, but I guess as a culture is what I'm I guess trying to get at. Um, what's up, chat? Hello. What's up, Billy? Phyllis? How are you? Hope y'all are staying cool, cause holy moly, it's like 120 degrees outside. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you look at the progression of rap and where it started and where it's at now, I mean, you can. It's obvious to see the focal points of, I guess, where it started to degrade. Um, and now it's like a fucking free for all now. It's so weird to me because 5 years ago when I was writing music, or maybe when I first started, you know, it was it was like wrong to rap about doing um I mean smoking weed's always been like something that people just talk about, but even then I was like, I don't even want to say that because that's just weird to me. I don't know, let alone people talking about sniffing perks and fucking uh doing molly like it's nothing. Oh, thanks, Billy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to find topics to talk about because as much as it's fun to just get on live and try to talk about something, I don't know, I'd rather have something to like talk about, and if it segues into whatever, then so be it. But it it's now cool to be a drug addict. Not to mention when T Pain brought out auto tune, I never thought it would go to the point where everybody's using it. I mean, some of these new people, um, that they live by it and they know they can't sing, so they layer it, layer that shit onto their vocals, and it's some boo boo, some straight boo boo. um, but to rap about that type of shit back then was weird because everybody wanted to be an individual. You know what I'm saying? Everyone wanted to be different and bring out a new sound. And now everyone literally sounds the same. Everyone. Not everyone. Of course, not everyone. But most of the people who are being put on and getting record deals all have the content of one, drugs, two, money. That's all they do is talk about money. Is no longer tell a story and make money from that. It's talk about making how much money you're making while while doing your job. I don't know. It's just weird to me, you know. I don't know. Um, and then this whole thing about everyone's got to go hard. Everyone's got to be a thug. Everyone's got to be a gangster. Everyone's got to tote around a gun, and and of course, and then I noticed too that everyone's got to glorify, not, well, I guess glorify because it is being glorified. Um, the selling of drugs if they sold them back in the day. There are five true elements of hip hop, and none of these new folks incorporated not one of the elements in the craft. It's a circus. Yep. Yeah, you pretty much wrap that up. It's nothing but bullshit. I mean, some of the stuff that they come out with is catchy and some of it's okay, but for the most part, it's terrible, yo. It's really, really terrible. But the reason why they're being helped and being marketed and essentially being allowed to blow up is because the CIA, FBI, or whoever's involved with the psychological warfare of humans um, knows that if you, I mean, it's almost like when you like your dad or somebody used to tell you, you hang out with broke people, you're gonna be a broke person, or you hang out with stupid people, you're gonna be a stupid ass. You hang out with a bunch of drug addicts, that's what you're gonna be. Eventually, and not necessarily in every instance, but for the most part, some true shit. Um, and they know that if they put, what's up, Blue? If they put dumbed down, ignorant music online, but figure out a way to make it catchy, boom. No matter what they're saying, it's gonna blow, or they're gonna make it blow because they know that putting ignorant music out breeds ignorant people, especially when it's being pushed in our lives every day. I mean, they made cars specifically stock with a radio so that they can push that shit into your brain 24/7. Like, some people think I'm weird because a lot of times I'll drive the car and it'll be just completely silent, but it's peaceful to me. It allows me to think on my own, and I don't know, it just feels good, to be honest. But yeah, it's just a bunch of garbage. It's really just a bunch of garbage. And the ones that are trying to be different or be regular for that matter, just, rap about real shit, they get passed up because nobody cares about that stuff anymore. You know what I mean? But it's sickening to see how far it's gone. And then on top of it, to see where it's gonna go. That's even scarier. Cause you gotta look at what the when like rock started and what it did to that generation and generations after. Cause it started out, regular. Then they started wearing girls' clothing, or at least what it looked like. And then the drugs and alcohol and women and having sex with anything that would open their legs. It all just fell into place, and you can see the same thing happening with rap music. It's just this time it's a different targeted audience, and now at this point, it's being targeted by everyone because it's been made popular to everyone, so that everyone can relate to it. If you like nothing but death metal, whatever the case is, they have a genre that you would probably like or something similar. So and you'd like to listen to it. People like, I don't know. Like I always look at Juice World. He says he got all his influence from like all the younger rock artists like Jimmy Eat World, um, Taking Back Sunday, Senses Failed, all those bands, which is what I grew up on. And I went through my little rock phase and was going to every concert and all that other shit. Um, and you can hear it in his music, and all they're doing is just blending the two together because, like I said, they're trying to gain every um, every facet of life, no matter what you're into, because um, they want everybody involved. It's all psychological warfare, and not to mention how they stopped. Can't remember what the frequency is. I think it's four. I can't remember, but music used to be on a certain frequency, a healing frequency, and now I think they've ramped it up, so it's literally damaging to everything, to yourself, your brain, your soul. And what I've noticed is that now, back then, 10, 20 years ago, it wasn't so obvious as far as uh like who's putting the money up and who's selling out. You couldn't really see it, you know what I mean? I mean, occasionally you would get it in your face or you'd figure it out or whatever, but for the most part, it wasn't. It seemed like it was all metaphoric. It was still trying to be hidden. And then now, it's like nobody gives a shit. I mean, or I should say, the people who are backing these artists or own these artists, they don't give a shit and they're throwing it right in your face. But they've waited long enough to where they know that, yeah, there's going to be some people who are going to react. It's inevitable. But for the most part, the masses are going to eat it up and continue to eat it up. Um, so let's do it. And I'm trying to figure out where I was going with that. Uh, but yeah, they eat it up. You know what I mean? Even though they're like, it might be a song that's about like Bruno Mars. Like most of his music seems, PG or not PG, but like PG 13ish. Depending on what he's talking about. But um, you don't realize that it's still a big, big distraction. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, let's just say it's a sad song, and you listen to it, and it reminds you of, I don't know, an ex or a family member or something, and it turns you sad. You know, you even though uh, I guess we know that we don't want to be depressed, but there's like this fine line of, I almost want to call it addiction, like of wanting to continuously have that feeling, and people get caught up in it to the point where they literally ruin their fucking life because they don't understand what they're doing to themselves. And the same thing with people who like gangster music or music talking about selling drugs and shit. It gets them hype. Some people who want to like to fight and cause ruckus, they're gonna listen to some fucking Montana 300, or you know what's that dude's name, Comethazine, which is a newer artist. Eminem. He's got that violent anger music, and we don't realize that. Yeah, you know what? It's not hurting anyone, so to speak, but we distract ourselves from ourselves so much every day that we don't have a natural thought. If you think about it, sit there in the car next time you go drive somewhere for like 45 minutes. If it's a long drive, turn the fucking radio off and just be in silence. If you're by yourself, or I mean, if you're with somebody, but it's easier to do it by yourself. And at first, you'll fight it. You'll fight turning that radio on because you're so used to that feeling and that stimulation. But once you like get over the hump, you're like, it ain't no big deal. It's enjoyable. It's really enjoyable. Um, see what the chat. That's facts, because you don't make music that fits their agenda. Exactly. You're exactly right. And there might be somebody out there that might fit their agenda, or figure out a way that they can, I guess, get me involved and then try to flip me for the money. You know what I mean? I think at this point, I've put so much energy out there, and messages out there, that I think people pretty much understand where I'm coming from, and that I'm not going to sit here and, yeah, wave $3 million in front of me. And I'm not going to sign shit because I know better. I don't give a fuck if it's an easy way out and I can get the money today. It's not about that. It's about the long run and what's going to happen to you when you do sign that contract. Um, the, the I don't know, man. I've noticed that YouTube has not only connected everyone, but it's literally, people don't look at it, or maybe it's just me, the way that I perceive it. I've always like, I can make a YouTube, but it's never gonna do anything just because nobody's gonna want to watch my shit. And but then I look at all the other people who are like big or whatever the case is, and I don't know. It's just weird to me that, yeah, we're all connected, but at the same time, we're all given a free platform to do whatever we want to do, whatever you're inspired by, or whatever you feel like doing that day. And some of the shit that these people are doing to gain a following, to get money, views, subscribers, whatever. is a bit extreme, if I may add. I mean, going out and physically hurting yourself, going out and destroying property, stealing, you know, punching people, like that stupid knockout game, yeah. But I mean, it wasn't more of a, that wasn't. It just went viral because people were ignorant, man. It's crazy. Um, but people will do anything, anything to get to see 1 million views, and I don't want it that much. Good God, why? Why would you do some of the shit that y'all are doing, Boot Gang? And look at where he's at. He has, you can barely see any skin on his face because of all the tattoos that the man's got. And what happens if you don't make it? What the fuck are you gonna do, dude? What are you gonna do? You ain't getting a job at McDonald's. You're not getting a job in retail unless it's like a tattoo shop or a place where, it's kind of like a, I guess an added plus if you have tattoos or something like that. Like it goes with whatever you're doing. But you just literally fucked yourself out of a lot of shit banking on becoming famous and staying that way off of destroying property and fucking with people. Like, did you really think that that was going to last that long? I mean, really. I've found out that nothing lasts that long. You know, you can have an angle coming into this YouTube shit or whatever, but it's never going to last because eventually it either gets boring, become irrelevant, or just things just change, you know? Um, but the state of hip hop is fucked right now. And we're sitting here acting like it's normal. I mean, it's literally to the point where there's no Mariah Carey's no more. There's no uh, Mary J. Blige's and trying to think of who else. Even to the point where like Shaka Khan, Whitney Houston, um, can't think of any of them off the top of my head. But yeah, I mean, there's a couple like Ariana Grande can sing, and um, Christina Aguilera's got a voice, and there's a woman from, damn it, what are they called? Florence and the Machine. She's got a beautiful voice, but it's not like it used to be at all. But yeah, no more legends. It's all a bunch of mindless, retarded people, and they medicate, whether it's drugs, weed, alcohol, so much that they don't think for themselves. They literally have to be on something all the time to just be normal. It's just crazy to me. Now we have the little Yachties and um, Kanye West. I like Kanye, but not so much anymore. I like his producing. I should say that. You know, there's this dude out called, I think it's called, I think he's called Easy Mac, and I think he was a comedian starting out on like Instagram or something, and he's now got a record deal. And he makes the most terrible music I've ever heard in my life. Openly talking about being fucked up on drugs when you know damn well he probably isn't. Um, hold on 1 second. And it's just a mockery of what hip hop was. You know, everyone's got a grill now. Everybody and their mother's got a face tat. You know, if you're not doing drugs, you're not cool. You know, if you didn't sell drugs, you're not cool. If you're not claiming blood or crip, you're not cool. It just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. These people want these images, but it's not doing any good for anybody. Oh, you get to make a little bit of money off of killing other people, not necessarily physically killing them, but just dumbing down all of society. Um, and then you'll have like your locksmith, and almost even to the point I can even throw in Tech Nine, because Tech Nine's been doing it for over 20 years. Um, he can rap his ass off, but some of the content's weird, man, and a lot of it's all mainstream shit because he figured out that, hey, if you want to become famous and make a bunch of money off of it, you're gonna have to, give in a little bit, if you want to be like, you really want to gain a lot of money, because I mean, you can make money however, it's just on how you want to do it, um, which is cool. Like, I'm not knocking nobody for, kind of rapping about certain things, and but keeping it to like their own style, because I mean, whatever, some people just want to just hear a good song, and it doesn't always have to be about uh I don't know, certain subjects and like conspiracy shit and whatever. Sometimes people just want to just chill and listen to something relaxing, or they want to turn up and party, whatever the case is. By all means, I'm not knocking nobody, because I listen to some terrible music too. But most of it is because I like the beat and maybe the vibe that's coming off of it. But um yeah, it's just terrible how degraded it's gotten, and how it literally just keeps getting worse, worse, and worse. My bad. But yeah, um it's definitely a dying genre of music, and I don't know what they're gonna come out with now, as far as like, the transition from rock to rap. Now rap to what? Is this gonna be like this electric, all synthetic music? You know, I think rap will still exist, just like rock still exists. Um, it'll always exist, the origin of it, I guess, but it just might not be glorified or able to find, because just regular people like you and me making music. Um, and I just think it's fucking nuts to me that people literally, it's become a trend that, oh, I want to be a rapper. Okay, so they literally think in their head, okay, well, if I want to become a rapper, um, I'm gonna get a fucking face tat. Um, I gotta pick up like sipping lean or something, like, so I can hold it in my video. And of course, you gotta have the weed, gotta have the fucking weed there. And shit, what am I gonna write about? let me listen. Well, what do I listen to? You probably listen to a bunch of garbage. And okay, well, I'm gonna write a rap about bitches, blunts, money, drugs, fucking, um, and talk about shit that I don't have but I want. I get so sick of hearing these rappers rap about pulling up in Lamborghinis and blowing a bag and doing this and doing that. You know damn well you're broke. You just got lucky because now you got a following and you're trying to build something. And why everybody wants to hear this kind of music, I don't know. I guess it's just like a feel good thing. Like, oh, I'm balling, da 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 da. Like, fuck all that shit. Why do I need to rap? Like, people want to make money doing music, but literally want to rap about making money as their music to make money. And it's just weird because nobody starts out, well, not nobody, but most of these people aren't starting out with millions of dollars in their bank account to be talking like that. And I get it, you know, you're trying to speak it into existence. Yeah, okay. It's just stupid. And these people, the gangsters, talk about, you know, they got all the, you know, shooting this and they got Desert Eagle this, and you know damn well they got one gun and that's all they got. I don't know. It's just stupid. Like I get it. You're turning you you're just generally speaking about guns, but it's fucking stupid. I turned on the radio the other day and every song sounds the same. Yeah, I mean that's all it is. It, everybody and their mother wants to fucking auto tune. And don't get me wrong, like I would try it, but I'm not trying to dilute it to the point where you can't hear my voice. Like it just I do just like to try it out to see what it sounds like, you know? Especially if you have a decent voice or as far as like holding a pitch, it doesn't sound that bad. But it's when like you're young thug and you're just screaming like a little child, like a little girl on your song is when you can really hear it because it just sounds so synthesized and fake. And somehow he is making millions off of sounding like a 6-year-old child, woman, or 6-year-old female child. And it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. I mean, it makes sense in the sense of I know why, because he linked up with Leor Cohen. Leor Cohen took his booty hole and said, "Yeah, here you go. You can have some fame." Allegedly, I'll say. And the problem is that we're supporting this shit. Not all of us, but most of us. And you wonder why these people are making so much money because we're supporting it. Like I have no problem telling people who are making or getting famous off of garbage music that yeah, this is some garbage. Like what are you trying to accomplish here? And they usually reply back, "Oh fuck you, you know, you would have said it to my face. Come see me." Blah 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 blah. Shut up. So stupid. I didn't say I was trying to fight you. I just been was being honest about how shitty your music sounds. And of course, the ones that have good music, I'm always a person to compliment, share, or whatever I got to do to show some type of respect. What's up, Moonlight? How are you? Um, I love showing respect to new artists and people who are coming up because imagine if we were all like that. boosting each other up and telling everybody, yo, man, you got it, man. Like this place would be such a better, more of a positive place instead of people just saying, oh, your fucking music's garbage, it's garbage. I've gotten told that plenty of times, and that's discouraging, you know. But not to say that I'm not gonna hear it. I know I am, but y'all know how it is. That's just discouraging as fuck. It makes me not want to put no music out. But I ignore it like a normal person and just keep doing what I do because I get more positive than negative, and I can accept that. I can understand that there's always going to be negative to deal with. It's inevitable because everyone loves controversy. So stupid. Who's your or Phyllis? Who's your one of your favorites? But it's literally to the point where people are admitting, oh, like 6ix9ine when he first got signed, he literally made a fucking Instagram post saying, um, I don't know exactly how it was written, but pretty much signing my life away, selling my soul, li- life is great, and then eventually, later on, deleted it. I don't know how long, but he deleted it. And all the symbolism and all that shit that's in there. It's literally out in the open, and we're accepting it. We're all accepting it. Whether you listen to it or not, we're all accepting it because we all need to say something. Because not saying, just ignoring them and not listening to music or buying their music, it helps. But we need to be vocal about this shit and explain to people, hey, this is what it's doing to you. This is why nothing in your life's changing, or you keep running into this same problem. It's because of this. It's because of that. It's because of this or that. Whatever. Ooh. What's up, chat? Chat room. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hot as all hell outside. Um, where's everybody from? Chat room. Shout your state out or your county or whatever. Where y'all at? Let me know where y'all coming from. I listened to music from '60s through early 2000s. I wasn't born in the '60s, but the good music. Shouts out to Louisiana. Never been there. But I listened to. Um, I found out that Cardi B got 16 writers on her song "I Like It" and 17 on another song. Yes, Motown, Michael Jackson, The Temptations, um, Earth, Wind and Fire, the Isley Brothers, the Heat Wave, Luther Vandross, um, who else? Can't remember what the song's called. Yeah, Barry White. Yes, Barry White's good too. Um, I mean, even Belle Biv DeVoe and Soul for Real. All that stuff's good music, and I didn't necessarily like. I mean, I grew up on it, but I was young, so didn't really know much about it until now, you know. Um, I love listening to that stuff. Frankie Beverly, that's the man right there. Um, and I listen to like all types of music now too, but mainly it's hip hop. I used to listen to a lot of Hello K. I used to listen to a lot of rock music, The Used, Under Oath, Senses Fail, the Blood. What are they called? I can't remember what they're called now. Um, Jimmy Eat World, Taking Back Sunday, all those not HF Festival bands and DC 101 bands, Sublime, 311, All American Rejects. It's like all that stuff too, but mainly it's all hip hop. Never really liked country that much, unless my dad was into it. You know, Alan Jackson's cool. Um, can't stand Taylor Swift. That it's really not country music anymore. But Lionel Richie's good too. Marvin Gaye, yes, Marvin Gaye and Prince. Prince, a little eccentric, to say the least. But yeah, he made good music. Don't get me wrong. Um, Temptations, I think I already said that. But Anita Baker, Gladys Knight, you know, hell yeah. Y'all definitely know some good music, man. And that type of stuff. My dad was listening to, and my mom. My mom listened to more, I guess, like Kiss and not necessarily Metallica, but I don't know, just like different rock music. But she listened to Motown and stuff like that. My dad, that's all he listened to. I mean, you go into his CD collection, it's Luther Vandross, Earth, Wind, and Fire, every single CD, Heat Wave. Um, I think I said Luther. I can't remember. Michael Jackson all day. Marvin Gaye. I mean, he always had some good music, and I would always listen to it. That's what I grew up on because my dad was playing that um, all day, every day. You know, he'd clean the house, turn on the stereo, and just me, my brother, and my sister would run around the table, dancing, listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire. You know, September, and it's the only song I can think of off the top of my head. But it was so much fun. Like those are dear memories that I keep to myself. Not myself, but I keep in my heart because it was so much fun. So stupid and irrelevant, but it was so much fun. And even to the point like a little bit older, like TLC and what is it? I can't think of it. Can't think of like Mary J. Blige. I can't think of anybody else. Tears for Fears, Phil Collins. Phil Collins is dope too. But none of that shit exists anymore. It's all it's all bad now, man. And then you'll find some, you know what I mean? You'll find a couple. But it's just terrible, terrible. I don't know, man. I just want to know what it's gonna go to. Like, what's gonna happen when everybody grows up and realizes that, fuck, I shouldn't have done all those Percocets because now I'm a dumbass and I'm broke and I have nothing to show for it, you know? Like, who, or let's just say if they make it that far, because most of the time, all it takes is, you gotta think September's my favorite, but you gotta think they're going through town to town, city to city, state to state, whatever, and they're constantly need these drugs on the road if they're doing them. Let's just say Percocets for that matter. Um, it takes one time for somebody to not have the doctor's prescribed stuff that they say they have, and it be repressed heroin, fentanyl, whatever. And that's the last time you ever do some drugs. Lil Peep. But the crazy thing with him, I just think it's crazy to me that he literally would do this shit on camera, and he was making it cool. I mean, literally making it cool. And then look what happened, man. Al Green is the shit. Patti LaBelle, Johnny Gill, hell yeah. Um, yeah, people look at me crazy when I tell them like I listen to all that old school music because I mean I'm only 32, but they're like, how what you know about that, you know? But I love that shit. I mean, it's such good music. It makes you feel so good, and it brings people together, man. Like play that stuff at a like a cookout or something like that, and people just gather around and have a good time, man. I love that type of shit. But now it's all about fucking and doing drugs uh and blowing money on dumb shit and what you got on your wrist and your necklace and all that dumb shit. It's just it's like if you don't have a iced out chain, a face tat on some type of drug, whether it be a double cup, Percocets, Coke, whatever. Um, what else? Auto tune, gotta have that. It's like the pre rap package. Here, you want to be a rapper? Boom, here are the guidelines. Nobody can just make a fucking rap song. It's to the point where people think it sounds weird because it's so normal and not what people are doing now. Yeah, Mac Miller was good. Some of his music was okay. Most of his music was good. Um, I just I mean I listened to him when he first started, and then I kind of just I don't know what happened. I just stopped listening to him. We can clean the music. LOL, my parents used to listen to ABBA. Don't judge me. I cannot think of. I know who that is, but I just can't think of any of their songs off the top of my head. Um, but yeah, I mean, just imagine. Okay, this is what I always sit back and imagine this. Imagine when we're 50, 60 years old and your grandkids are like, hey, Grandpa, what did you listen to when you're old? And then what are you going to do? Turn on Eminem at 83 years old? Like, isn't that going to be weird? You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing is like how, I listen to, or my dad would turn on Earth, Wind, and Fire or whatever. What are you going to turn on D12? Like, Plies? Like, give me a break. It's gonna be the weirdest thing. See an old person trying to thug it out. Yeah, I remember back in my day, we used to bump some Noriega and and Chief Keef, man. Bang bang. No, bang bang. The shit it's funny to me, man. But I'm like, yo, bang bang. What are y'all thinking? Like, imagine that. Literally try to imagine sitting down with your family members and and telling them that or showing them that. I just don't think it's gonna happen, and it might. I don't know, but I just don't see it happening. Like, I don't know. It's just weird to me, man. God, we've almost been here for an hour. That's amazing. I did not think that it's almost been an hour. But that's cool though. That's cool. But yes, the state of hip hop is in shambles. We need people real people to revive this bitch. You know, I try my best, but I can't. My reach is only so far right now. I've still never heard that Gucci Gang song, and I'm happy about it. Yes, be very happy you've never heard of that song because I can't hear somebody say Gucci or gang without me thinking of it. It's a terrible song. Literally, the beat's tight, and that's about it. I mean, literally, that's it. It. He is. Lil Pump is a fucking retard. He he literally think. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he's smarter than what he's being shown or what's being shown because he can rap, but he's literally making these dumbass songs because it's selling, and eventually once it's not selling no more because the generation that he is influencing right now finally grows up and is like, yeah, fuck Lil Pump because he's nothing. Then he'll have to change and do whatever he's got to do. And that's a lot of times, if people aren't ready for that, it'll ruin your career. I don't know. It just boggles my mind how we're allowing this shit to go on when nobody needs it in their life. You know, well, no, I want to party. Well, you shouldn't be partying. I know that sounds like really stupid, but you really shouldn't. You should be doing what you need to do for whatever you're involved in, whatever the case is. You know, distraction is a distraction, is a distraction, is a distraction. No matter if it's a happy distraction, a sad one, an angry one, I don't know, whatever. It's still a distraction, and it's keeping you from having, I guess, natural thoughts. I guess that's the right way to say it. Um, Everybody hit that like button too, pretty please. it it's just sickening. It's really fucking sickening. But we're here and we're going through it. We ain't got no choice. Did everybody enjoy this? I mean, I know it was kind of boring. I'm not very an exciting person, I guess. But I'm trying. I'm gonna just keep knocking these out one by one by one. I deleted the other one because I don't know. There wasn't not much of a topic, so I wanted to make them start them with like a legit topic that we can continue to go over, or if we need to go over it, or just continue to make new topics each single one, just so it has and like so you have an idea of like at least what you're gonna get into because if I just put "Hey, I'm starting to go live" as my title, nobody's gonna pick that, and that nobody's gonna know what it's about because there's no description. I appreciate you, goddess. I really do, because like I said, I never would have thought that A, I'd be doing this right now, and and B, people actually enjoy of some of the stuff I have to bring to the table, as far as what I'm thinking and how I think. So it's cool. It's definitely cool. Makes me happy to see that. Uh, I just wish. I guess I wish it was a little bit easier, but at the same time, kind of don't because when it's easy, you don't learn. So you know, this is all a learning process, and I've learned quite a lot so far, which is cool. But I want to wanna once I get off of here, I'm gonna see if I can figure out this Google Hangouts thing. And next time I go live, I'll go live on that or however it has to happen. And if you guys want to just call in just to say hi or call in and talk or video chat or whatever, that's what I really want to like move towards because I want to get to know everyone. You know, I want to understand where you're coming from. You know what you do, who you are as a person. You know, just get the vibes. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it. But yeah, I know it's difficult because we gotta. Well, not necessarily. Um, I guess meet in the middle as far as timing. Why timing is as an issue, but um, like I said, I didn't expect anybody to come in here, and there's 6 people in here, so and all of y'all are interacting with me as well as me interacting with you, and for whatever reason, we could have had a call in, and we could have chopped it up. Um, um, oh well, enjoy your day off, Miss Moonlight. Um, yeah, I don't go live very much, but I'm gonna start going live. If I'm gonna try to do it as many days as possible, but probably won't happen just because like certain days I gotta wake up at I don't know 4 o'clock, but I might not get home till 9, 10 o'clock. So I literally gotta come in, eat something, and go right back to bed. Um, but yeah, at least if I can make one or two a week, Fridays and Saturdays, and that's kind of cool too, because most of the people who have regular 9 to 5s are off those days. Um, just keep it like that and see what happens. And then if I get, more time to be able to do more, then I'll do more for sure. Um, yeah, so I guess like in long story short, hip hop's falling apart. We need people to pick it back up, put it back together, and reinvent this art form we call hip hop. Hip hop. Um, Carter, when you be roasting people, you be funny. I know you recently stopped talking about certain people, which is great, but it was funny when you did. And I appreciate you saying that because I had fun. I had so much fun doing that, you know? But I was getting so much shit for it as far as because he was a black guy, and I'm a white well, what people consider as a white person. It was never about race. Ever, you know? And it was all about just having fun roasting people, it's all it was. It's all it was. And I'd love to do it again, but it's hard for me to sit there through an hour of dumbasses lives or whatever to even do it anymore. I don't know, it's just really painful to hear him speak, to be honest. That's such a sad reason to come at you. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. It really is stupid. But like I said, literally, I mean, I had people making videos calling me Peckerwood and all this other type of racist shit because I was talking about his fucked up hair or how he had patches on his on his beard, and because I used the word nappy, and I guess a lot of people, you know, pertain that to one race. It's a word, you know. It's not some type of racial slur that I'm throwing out there. But I just was like, you know what? It's not it's not worth all this negative attention for me to just keep doing it. That and I don't know. I wasn't benefiting, and neither was anybody else, except for laughter and shit like that. And those occasional times where I drop some knowledge or something useful that you could take home. Um, uh, what is it? Can y'all still hear me? Is everything all right? Hello, hello. Yeah, I honestly I started doing another one. I remember I started out like, well, it's been a while, but I'm back. But I ended up deleting it because I don't know. I just was like, fuck. Do I really want to put this out? So I kind of just said the hell with it, I guess. It's distorted. I mean, maybe am I talking too close to it? I wonder. Testing. Sound any better? Is it really low now or what? All right, cool. Um, yeah, I mean, maybe I'll do some. Maybe I won't. I don't know. At this point, I don't really feel the need to. I'd rather fill my platform up with, I guess, useful things or just conversations like this because I enjoyed this. I really enjoyed just speaking on behalf of being involved in hip hop and just giving my 2 cents, I guess. But um, what's another topic you guys want to talk about? Because I kind of want to. I might go live, not right this second afterwards, but I'm definitely gonna go live again today at least one more time. I don't believe that it's ever gonna happen, Blue. And if it does happen, I feel really, really sorry for whoever is involved because that shit is not gonna turn out right. I mean, come on. You, I mean, people have had to have seen the videos of when people are, you know, blogging or whatever the case is, vlogging. Um, bye, fellas. Have a good day. Um, but and they get approached when they just to the point where they make it to what's it the no trespassing sign or no trespassing violators will be met by armed guards or I don't know whatever it says. imagine if 100 people go that way and do that. Could you imagine what's gonna come out, or how much military is gonna come out, and how many guns you're gonna be surrounded by? And they'll arrest all of you. All they gotta do is round you up, because at that point, you don't even know where they're coming from. You just know that you're in the spot where they're at, and you just don't ever know why you'd want to even play with that. It boggles, boggles my mind, because people really. I mean, do you honestly? Some of these people out here, do they really think that they're gonna be able to make it in? And then what are you gonna do after that? Walk up screaming "World Star," punch a gray alien in his face? Like, doesn't it just doesn't make any sense, man. If anything, if they go in little groups, you may disappear. You don't people don't think about that. Very well, they could disappear. You'll never see them ever again. Just like that story of Bob Lazar, and how when he went to go do work there, they took everything that, I guess, showed that he was alive and a person, and they took all of it, and I mean, I guess I'm assuming just threw it away, or you know got rid of it so it's non-existent. So that way, if he did disappear, the only people who are gonna um I guess know about it is the people who know him personally, and not regular people. It's crazy to think about, but that's the life that we're living. I don't know. Shit's crazy to me, man. It really is. What else? Y'all got some questions for me? Comments? Anything? Anything? Is that music too loud? I kind of like having music in the background, but it's probably too loud. It's my boy Deglin, making beats. He's a beast too. He just started. He's a beast already. Sorry guys, I think I might end it, because I think I've ran out of stuff to talk about. But I guess until next time, holla at your boy. Like I said, leave a comment or something if some specifics as far as like, I don't know, something you want me to touch base on, anything, just let me know. Everyone have a wonderful day. I will talk to you guys soon, or